Hi, friends. Today I want to tell you a true story from the Bible about a little boy who heard someone calling his name. But it wasn't his mom or dad, and it wasn't a dream. His name was Samuel. Have you heard of him? Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. There was a woman named Hannah. She was very kind, but her heart was sad. Do you know why? Because she didn't have a baby, and she really wanted to be a mommy. So one day, Hannah went to the temple, the place where people prayed, and she cried and cried. She said, "Dear God, if you give me a son, I will give him back to you." She prayed so quietly that her lips moved, but no sound came out. Can you pretend to whisper with no sound? God heard her prayer, and guess what? He gave her a baby boy. She named him Samuel, which means God heard me. Now, here's something amazing. When Samuel was still very little, Hannah took him to live at the temple, just like she promised. She said, "This boy belongs to the Lord." Samuel lived there with a priest named Eli, who was like a church teacher. Samuel helped with everything. He swept the floors, polished the cups, folded cloths, and lit the candles. He probably even helped refill the oil lamps, very carefully, of course. Can you pretend to sweep the floor? Swish, swish. Good job. Samuel didn't see his mommy and daddy every day, but every year his mom came to visit and brought him a little coat she made just for him. That always makes me smile. Now here comes the special part. One night Samuel was sleeping in the tabernacle. That's like a big church tent. The Bible says it was very quiet and very dark. The lamp of God was still burning, soft and golden. Everything was peaceful. Close your eyes and pretend you're sleeping. Zzz. Then suddenly, he heard it. Samuel. Samuel sat up. "Here I am," he said. He ran to Eli and said, "Did you call me?" But Eli blinked and said, "No, I didn't. Go back to bed, little one." So Samuel snuggled back under his blanket. Can you make a snuggly face? Cozy. Then it happened again. Samuel. He jumped up again and ran to Eli. "Here I am." But Eli said, "I didn't call you. Go lie down." A third time, "Yes, again." "Samuel." Samuel ran to Eli, and that's when Eli realized something very special. Wait, it must be God speaking to you. So he said, "The next time you hear the voice, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" Now this part gives me butterflies. Samuel went back to bed, lay down real quiet, and waited. And then, "Samuel, Samuel." Can you whisper that with me? "Samuel, Samuel." And this time Samuel sat up and said, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." And guess what? God spoke to him. He gave Samuel a message, something important for Eli and for God's people. Samuel listened very carefully. In the morning, Eli asked, "What did God say?" And Samuel, even though it was hard, told him the truth. From that day on, Samuel became a prophet. That means he shared messages from God. He grew up wise, strong, and trusted by the people. He even helped choose the first kings of Israel, Saul and David. But do you know what I love most about this story? God didn't speak to the oldest or the loudest person. He didn't speak through a cloud or thunder. He called a little boy by name because Samuel's heart was ready to listen. That means God can speak to you too. Not with a big megaphone or a flashing sign, but in quiet ways, like during prayer or when you read the Bible or when you feel something loving in your heart. Let's practice what Samuel said, okay? Put your hands over your heart and say, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." One more time. "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." That's beautiful. So next time you're lying in bed or thinking quietly, remember, God might be whispering something special to you. Thanks for listening to this story, friends. If you liked it, ask your grown-up to help you find Kids Bible Tales on YouTube and subscribe so we can keep learning more Bible stories together. Bye for now, and don't forget, you're never too little to hear God's voice.